When it comes to unsolved mysteries, there are some cases that have been buried under layers of time, yet continue to haunt us. These eerie tales are shrouded in darkness, raising more questions than answers. Today, we're diving into 5 unsettling unsolved mysteries that may not be as well known, but are just as chilling. These cases have remained unexplained, leaving a chilling mark on the minds of all who hear about them. Our first stop takes us to the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa. In 1912, the Moore family, parents Josiah and Sarah, along with their 6 children, were brutally murdered in their sleep. They were found with their faces covered and their bodies slaughtered with an axe. The horror didn't end there. The killers seemed to take their time, meticulously wiping down surfaces and even covering the victims' faces with bedding. Some believe the killer could have been someone they knew, someone who had access to the house. Others speculate the crime was committed by a serial killer on the move. Several suspects were interviewed, including a traveling preacher. But despite multiple theories, no one was ever convicted. Over time, the case grew colder, and now, over a century later, it still remains unsolved. Was it the work of a random psychopath or someone closer to the family? One thing is for sure, the Villisca axe murders remain one of the most chilling unsolved cases in American history. Next, we head to Philadelphia, where the body of a young boy, around 4 to 6 years old, was discovered in a cardboard box in 1957. He had been brutally murdered, but who was he? And why was he left alone to die in such a horrific manner? For decades, investigators have been baffled by this case. Despite numerous theories, including the possibility that the boy came from an orphanage and a potential connection to local criminals, no one knows who the boy was or who killed him. The case has haunted the city of Philadelphia, and the boy's identity remains a mystery to this day. This chilling story continues to resonate as people across the world wonder about the fate of the boy in the box and who was responsible for his tragic end. In 1970, the body of a woman was discovered in Norway's Isdalen Valley, and her case would become one of the country's most mysterious and chilling unsolved mysteries. The woman's charred remains were found in a remote area, and she was surrounded by strange items, including labels removed from her clothes and a series of false identities. Who was she? And why did she die in such a bizarre and mysterious way? As the investigation unfolded, authorities discovered that the woman had been using multiple fake names and had traveled extensively around Norway. Some theories suggest she could have been a spy involved in espionage during the Cold War, but no concrete evidence has ever been found to support this. Was she a victim of an international conspiracy, or was there another explanation for her mysterious death? The truth remains elusive. The Isdal woman's death remains one of the most mysterious and chilling cases in Norway, with no clear answers in sight. In 1966, 3 children, Jane, Arna, and Grant Beaumont, disappeared from Glenelg Beach in Adelaide, Australia. They were last seen playing on the sand, but when their parents went to check on them, the children were gone. Despite a massive search and the widespread media attention, no trace of the Beaumont children was ever found. Eyewitnesses reported seeing a man with the children, leading some to believe that the kids were abducted. Over the years, there have been countless theories and suspects, including a possible serial killer operating in the area. Some even believe the children may have run away, but with so many unanswered questions, the case has never been solved. What really happened to the Beaumont children? Is the answer hidden in the dark corners of this mystery, or will the truth eventually come to light? Finally, we have one of the strangest and most unnerving mysteries in recent history. In 1994, Gloria Ramirez, a woman from California, was admitted to the hospital with symptoms of organ failure. But what happened next defied all logic. As medical staff worked to treat her, several of them began to faint, experiencing nausea, dizziness, and difficulty breathing. Strange chemical odors filled the room, and some even reported seeing unusual glowing substances on her body. Was Gloria Ramirez's death linked to some sort of toxic exposure? The strange symptoms led some to believe that Ramirez was the victim of some kind of chemical poisoning or that her body was harboring a dangerous toxin. But no one could figure out the cause. Despite numerous theories, including one about the presence of toxic solvents in her body, no definitive explanation was found. Was this a case of a bizarre illness or something far more sinister? The mystery of the toxic woman remains one of the strangest and most chilling unsolved cases in medical history. If you enjoyed these spine-chilling mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on more unsettling stories from around the world. And remember, some mysteries are better left unsolved.